And it appears the abortion debate is moving even farther left, as seen in this video from radical feminist and author Sophie Lewis, who's promoting her new book, Full Surrogacy Now, Feminism Against Family, where she argues family should be abolished. And on abortion, she acknowledges wanting to go radical. Watch.
I wonder if we could think about defending abortion as a right to stop doing gestational work. Abortion is, in my opinion, and I recognize how controversial this is, a form of killing. It is a form of killing that we need to be able to defend.
She also says she's not interested in where human life begins.
So I'm going to give a quick commentary then on what I saw about, or this video with Sophie Lewis and her radical stance. I mean, it's actually not that radical because, I mean, she's just saying it like it is, calling abortion what it really is. Okay, so Sophie Lewis mentions wanting to go radical with abortion. She mentions also, you know, wanting to stop doing gestational work, whatever that means. I mean, that's just something, I mean, blah, blah, blah. That's all that is. But she mentions wanting to go radical with abortion, but really it's not, what she's saying isn't radical. Abortion, she's calling it what it is, which is killing. I mean, and we all actually do know that. And, you know, I think it's gotten to the point now you kind of, you know, it's so out there and people now you can really see what's going on. I mean, you have like Abby Johnson's new movie and everything like that. Just these pro-lifers that are really just out there just showing people this is what it is. This is what it is. And a lot of people who've had abortions are coming out and saying, this is what it really is, and this isn't something to be celebrated, and it is killing, and you know it's it leads people into a lifetime of regret. I mean, just alcoholism, drug, suicide, all kinds of stuff. How could this possibly be a good thing? And her idea that the family needs to be destroyed. I mean, when we know just from history, statistics, everything, that the nuclear family is the best thing. It's the cornerstone of a functioning or a well-functioning society. So this idea that abortion is great, I mean, she actually does call it what it is. It's killing. And she does mention, and I had to write this down because it was just so silly. It says, he mentioned at the end of her segment there, and I'm glad they didn't really give her that much time because she's just... Anyway, but that she wasn't interested in when human life begins. And I mean, I think you can kind of get an idea of how things like the Holocaust were allowed to happen because, because we wonder like how could people turn a blind eye? How could they, go along with Hitler? And you have millions, just maybe, all these people just, you look at them in these old images and you're like, how could they follow Hitler? And how could they be okay with this, these horrible atrocities? But now you're getting to see through the radical left. It's actually just a very deep spiritual blindness. And I can relate to this because I've had this deep spiritual blindness. But through Christ have been freed to see the truth by the power of the Holy Spirit of God. And that is that abortion is wrong. It's killing. It's murder. And it's not natural. It's not natural for women to be okay with that, to kill their own offspring. It's not a natural thing. And society is conditioning people to think that just don't worry about it. Then you can wash away the consequences of your actions and things like that, when that's not the reality. It's the reality is much darker and it's ultimately not, it doesn't benefit women truly. But, people have convinced women that it does benefit them. Or a spirit of evil, more like, has convinced women that it's a good thing, even, abortion. But anyway, just her video, or I mean, this isn't her video, but just a segment that she was on. It looks like Fox News, but you know, the idea of abolishing the family somehow is just so it doesn't make sense, because you know the stats are against her, her ideas, her weird ideas. But yeah, at least she was honest about what it really is, and she shows you. I mean, if you are on the left and you think abortion is okay, so does she. I mean, there isn't really much of a you're on that side, and really truly do when it comes to good and evil, you do have to pick a side. Are you going to be on the side of life, or are you going to be on the side of death? I mean, it should be obvious to most people, but really it isn't, you know. And you know, that's my commentary on Sophie Lewis's video.